the children are coming to us through the Department of Social Welfare. These are all children in need of care. Many are orphans, full orphans, or they are abused or have been picked up, abused in different ways. But those who have been found without knowing exactly where they are coming from, and those who have been abused very often by their own family surrounding.
We hope to create young, independent individuals who are able to reintegrate back into society, take care of themselves, their families, and hopefully the community at large. We've provided a beacon of hope for them. They are children who've come from cases where nobody could send them to school for one reason or the other, or they came across an unfortunate incident. So having had that fallen on them, we want to give them a hope for tomorrow, for themselves and their families.
We are 104 years old as the home. So, and then as time progressed, the face of Emerald Hill Children's Home has changed many times. We are registered from the age of 3 years onwards. The girls are staying until independence. Government says this is with 18. But in recent years, we have received more and more children with 10, 12 years who have never been in school. It's impossible to put them through their schooling in 8 years. Plus, when they are older, it takes some time to get used to a new environment and to a way of life.
We get the child from the Department of Social Welfare. That's when we start tracing and trying to understand where the child is coming from, what are the surrounding issues and problems that the child has been facing, and how we can help the child cope up, and also making a plan on how the child can be reunified with their families in the afterlife. We have about 87 children and about 52 girls. We have boys from 3 years to 13 years. Then for girls, it's from 3 years to 18 years. Then we have those who are at the tertiary level who can exceed to around 21.
I always think of myself and I ask, if I didn't go into home, where will I be today? And I think I wouldn't be so advantaged as I am now. That's the first thing. A home like this takes a lot of kids away from bad situations. And if you're given that fresh start to start, your life and become somebody of, of value and of importance.
We try to help these children, to give them the possibility to build up their own lives. But their unseen wounds of rejection are often so big that it is a hurdle to climb over for them to believe in themselves. I can succeed in life.
Who supports that whole system to go from one day to the next? The children need to be here, but they also need that support.
As a home, we have various things that we have because we are taking care of children. And I think obviously one of our greatest needs is the educational needs of the children, from school fees to school uniforms to stationery, everything that is required for a child to go to school, we require that. We also have the food. We require food for the children. We are taking care of over 87 children, and we actually definitely require that every child has the nutritional benefit that they require. We also have maintenance need for the home, where the home needs to be basically maintained every time and again, because we are taking care of children, and because it's such a huge family, you find that some of the maintenance costs for the home are quite high because of the great usage that we have at the home. So you also find that in various, we have various projects that we look forward to funding for the home. We had been running out of water the past couple of years. Last year we had a challenge of water at the home, and we were planning to raise funds for a water recycling plant. So you find that some projects such as those end up just arising, so that we make sure that we are safe on other fronts when it comes to keeping the home running.
So in summary, I would say we need financial assistance or help.
We are depending utterly on donations. And it's interesting, the good old Lord seems to have a heart for his children, because we are still surviving. For the last 100 years, we are surviving.
We have been mainly relying on donor funds, international donor funds. And I think across all lines, we know that the international donors have become fatigued, they've become tired, and this has not spared at us all. We've had a lot of support from the Dominican Sisters Friends, but obviously the funds and support are dwindling due to just obviously the international issues that are rising. So we've also just come out and we're saying to the local communities, to the local corporates, can you support us by all means possible?
It can be even just a packet of rice or a packet of beans, but everything all is up to us being able to continue to running the home.
We started off by begging for the children, and then when we got registered in 1914, then we got a little help from the social welfare, but a great deal is depending on donations from well-wishers, small or big, whatever people can afford and give from their heart is very welcome.
I've had the privilege of being able to volunteer here with the children at Emerald Hill. So it's a great opportunity to come to a campus where it's secure, and there's 100 children here, so it's very vibrant, full of love. They just love the attention. A home like this is still in existence, started over 100 years ago. And obviously society has changed over that 100 years, but it's still needed now as much as ever.